Hello guys, welcome to our channel TechnoSource Vision. This is Vanna and today I am going to explain you about page object model, which is very important concept of APM. So I will explain this page object model by using APM. So for that, first you need to install that APM desktop in your laptop, and TestNG configuration also you need. So I am going to explain you about page object model. Before going to explain about page object model, before moving for practical implementation, just I am going to some theoretical definition. So for that, what is the page object model? So page object model is a design pattern which is used to create object repository for web UI elements. And the advantage of this model is that it reduces the code duplication and it improves the test maintenance. So if you in page object model, you are creating web elements plus method in one class and text method you are creating in different class. So the method which you are creating uh, together in web in one class, you are calling in test method. So the page object model is this. So let me start with the practical implementation of this. So before moving that before trying to so let me start with the practical implementation for that. So now I am going to add the jar file which is required for the to create the project. So here first I will add one tab which is the properties tab, and I will close this also. Okay, inside this tag I am going to add the Maven compiler source plugin. Because currently I am using this 1.5, I want to convert on the 1.8. So here I will search for the Chrome, and in Chrome I will search for the Maven compiler source plugin, and I will hit enter. In first link I will click on this, and here I am getting this 2 line of code. I will copy this line and I will include there. I want this UTF-8 also to include in my project. So for that I will include one more tag here. So that is project dot build, then dot source encoding. Here I will add UTF-8, and now I will close that tag. Okay, now it is done for that. It will add those libraries in my system automatically, so I don't need to worry about for that. Source and target I added 1.8 I want, so that is why. Now I want the Surefire plugin to add in my system. So for that I will search Surefire plugin configuration for the TestNG. So here I am getting some plugin options. I will go for first one. Okay. So here dependency, okay, this will plugins org.plugin Maven TestNG Surefire. Okay, I want this plugin only, so I will take this plugin, and before plugin also I want some more more plugins. So I will copy from there, but I will first create one more tag with this build. Inside I will close this build, and inside this build tag I will create plugin tags, plugins, this one. Inside this plugin text I'm going to copy this plugin, that is org.apache.maven plugins. Okay, Maven Fire plugin, that is okay, but I want the 2.19.1 version, so I will change this one. 2.19.1 version I want, so I will change for that. Configuration is okay. Surefire.xml, that is testng.xml, that is okay for me, and that configuration. Then I close that. Okay, that is done for the this Maven plugin. for Surefire plugin. The Surefire plugin is used to run the project as TestNG or Maven. If you want to run, then you need to use this plugin to add. Okay, now I am going to add one more dependency, which is for the APM. So for that, first you need to go to net only. Here you will search for the Maven repository. You will get this option. In Maven repository, just search for the first link. Here you need to type for the, because I want the plugin for APM. So I will type for io.apm. Here I will search for the, here I will build the Java client. I will search for the 7.5.1. Here I am getting some plugin for that. So I will copy this plugin for the APM client. Here after the build, I will paste this plugin dependency. Okay, these dependencies. Also, I need to add one more tag, that is dependencies. Inside the dependencies, I need to add this dependency tag. And here I need to close that one. Okay, now it is resolved for that APM dependency I added. Now I need to add one more dependency, which is for the Selenium first. So already shown you, I am going to search here only Selenium, and I will search here for the Selenium dependency, and I am going for the stable version, so I will not take the first one. Here I will go for the 3.141.59. I will copy this one, and here I will paste. Okay, after Selenium jar dependency, I want one more dependency, which is okay, the Selenium jar, and then that is enough. And no, I want the one more dependency for the TestNG. So here I will search for the TestNG dependency. I will take this dependency. I will click on this link, and here I will just go for this version. I will copy this code, and here I will paste. So I added all dependency which is required for the page object model. Now it is done for this. Before writing the code in our actual file, I am going to create no, I'm not going to create. I am going to show you the calculator from which I am going to deal. So here, and that is my APM. I will start the server. Okay, just I click that on button, and I am going to start inspector session. So I will click on this search icon, and here that APM another window is launched. Okay, and before moving this, I have just minimized this and this also, and I will open my Android Studio. Okay, it is taking some time, so let me start with this. Okay, my Android Studio is loading. Okay, now it is loaded correctly. I am going to search out for the APD manager. So just click on this. I will close this icon. Now I have created this Nexus 5X API 28. So I will click on this emulator. I will launch this emulator, and this URL is nothing. You can just click on the OK. Okay, this emulator is launched for me. And it is closed also. So again, I need to open that one. So I'm launching this emulator. Okay, now it is loaded, and I want to confirm whether that emulator is launching correctly or not. So for this, I will go in my CMD. In CMD, I will search for the ADB devices. I will type this command, and I will hit enter. So I'm getting that emulator 55.4 is running, but offline it is running, but I don't want that offline. So for that I will run one more one more command, which is adb kill server. I will hit enter. Okay. Now again I will try to run that command, adb devices. Okay, then also it is showing offline. So again I will try to kill that server. And now again I will try to run that adb devices. Now also it is showing offline. So for that, first I need to close this one. I will close this one. I will go my Android Studio. Here I will click for I will click on this arrow icon at last, and here I will wipe data. I will click on wipe data, and after that it is asking, do you really want to wipe user files from ABD Nexus 5X API 28? So yes, click on that. Now again I will launch this simulator. Okay. Now I will check whether it is showing offline or on. Then also it is showing offline. Okay, it is loading for now, so I can't check for that. I need to wait for some time. Again, I will open my CMD, ADB, devices. Let me load first. It need to load. Okay, now it is showing phone is starting. Okay, let me check whether it is showing all the devices or not. Again, okay, now it is showing emulator 5554 device is running. Maximize this one, and inside APM I have added some capabilities. So for calculator, this is my capabilities. I will go to desired capabilities tag, and I will show here I added the platform name, which is Android. Here I added the platform version, which is 9. Device name is Android emulator, and the app package is com.android.calculator2, and the app activity is com.android.calculator2.calculator. So if you want your device to launch with this calculator app with this means APM, so for that first you need to type one more command in CMD. How you will get this means that Android you are able to, so you are running that code in on an Android platform, so you can give that name. Platform version you can get easily by when you are creating that ADB device, then you will get this option 9. And because now I'm going to work with emulator, so that is why I added the Android emulator. And here app package and app activity, how you will get that option? For that I will ADB cell dump sys and activities grab resume activity. If you type this command, then you will get the app activity and app package for the current tab which is open there. So for now I didn't open that calculator, so I will not get. So for first I will need to click on that. So I will click on this calculator app, and now again I will run this command here. So for that, first I need to clear this screen only. I will clear. Just again I will run this command. Okay. So ADB cell dump sys activities pipe grab resumed activity. It will give me a package name and package activity. So from the UI 0 means this one is your app package, and and this one dot calculator is your app activity. So if you are taking app activity, you need app package and app activity you need to take together, and that app package, in app package you need to provide only app package. In app activity you need to provide app package plus app activity both. Okay, that is how you can launch this one. So for now, I just added these app package and app activities. So I'm going to directly launch that calculator app with APM directly. It will launch for me. So for that, I just click on that start session button. And here I will get that calculator app. It is taking some time for me. Okay, that calculator app launched for me. So now if I want to perform some operation with that calculator app, so I want some number to input on my console. So that is how I'm going to deal with. So for first I am going to do the program for that, how I can launch the APM with my code. So I am going to start with this my main class, which is test calculator app. So for that, first I am going to start with this class. So inside this class, I am going to write some code. So before writing that code also, I want some methods. So here I want the @before method. Before test method, you can say, or you can take the before method also. But now I'm going to take before method only. Now I will import this one. Okay, first I need to create one method. So I will give the public void browser loading, and inside this method I am going to provide some configuration also. Before that I need to import this one. I will import this one. In before method I am going to add some desired capability to work with the APM. So for that I will take the desired capabilities. I will get the cap equal, and I will take this desired capability. Again, no need to type, so I will take new, and here I will paste this one. Okay, this done for me. Then I want to set capability, so dot set, and cap dot set capability. I want to set the capability. Here in capability, first tag I want the capability type, so I will take capability type dot, and capability type I want to give the platform name. So platform name I am going to take from there. Which platform? Okay, platform name. So in platform name I am going to pass the Android, which I provided in APM only. Android. I will go in APM. I given this capability name I shown previously only, that one. So I am giving here Android. After that, I want more capability, so I will use cap dot set capability, and I want to set the mobile capability. Mobile capability type dot version. I want this time, so I will take version. So version for Android, I am dealing with the 9, so I will pass here version of Android as 9. You will check for you, it will change, or you can give according to your system what the version of Android you are using. Now I will copy this cap.set capability 2 more times because I want 2 more capabilities. Here instead of version I am going to use the device name. So dot device name. So device name is emulate Android emulator. So I will give the device name is not Android emulator. I will show in there only. If you are going here, if you back for this emulator, I'm going to show you the name. So for that, first go to in your setting. In setting, you need to scroll up to last. You will get the option system. In system, you will get the SSO on AI, and if you click on this link, you will get the name of that app. So just copy. No, first I need to select this one. Okay. Okay, now copy, and here you can paste this one. And at last I want to provide the UDID. So now UDID for that is the, okay, UDID is the emulator device name, which is I shown here only, ADB devices. So it is emulator 54. So I will copy this name only, and I will minimize this window. Okay, here, and here I will pass that emulator name. Okay, now it is done for the configuration. Now I want to launch that device, so I added the Android version, this one. I want to more capabilities to set, so I will take this one only. Proceed here. I will paste this one and again this one. So the two more capabilities, one is for the app package and one is for the app activity. So here I will in first, I will take as a string, and is this one also I want as a string. Inside this I don't want anything, so I will replace this code only. This code also I will replace, that is no need of. So here I will provide the app package, and here I will provide the app activity, app package. Okay, PACKAG, so it is correct. App activity, that is also correct. And here I want to give the app package. So app package, I shown you how you can do that app package. So for me, that app package is com.android.calculator too. So I will copy this one. Okay, and here I will paste that one. Now again, I'm going to give one more capability for that. So that is app activity. So first I need to give the package name. So app activity also contains a package, app package name dot. Now after that, that is the calculator. So I will copy this one, and here instead this dot I will remove, and dot calculator. That is done for the all the capabilities I want. Now at last I want to launch that URL with the help of APM. So for that I will take new URL, and the URL I will take equal to, okay, now I added all the capability which is required for this, and now I'm going to take the okay, that is okay. I added all the capabilities which is required for calculator. Now I am going to launch that calculator. So for launching, I am going to use the URL class. So I will import this URL .NET. I want java.net. Then equal new URL I will take. Inside new URL I will pass the APM version which I want. I am working for now. So here I will type http colon /127.0.0.1 double column 4723/wd/hub, and at last I will launch with the driver. So driver equal to new. Here I will take APM driver instead of web driver. APM driver, and the type of this APM driver I am going to take the mobile element. Okay, and here I will pass the URL and then the capabilities which I passed up. Okay, now I want to import this one, mobile element, APM driver. First I need to take this one. It is, I need this one. Okay, I will add that one. Okay, I need to declare this driver for the, because I did not declare this one. So for that I will declare in class only. Here I will click the driver instance. Okay, that is done for that. It is asking to throw the exception, so I will add throws statement here. Okay. Now it is done for the browser loading step. If I am going to check for this whether it is working for this class or not. Okay, before running also I need to create test.ng file. So I am going to here to generate the test.ng, just right click on that main project and here you will get option to convert to test.ng. Convert to test.ng. Here you can change the name of that one and the test name is okay. Then I will finish. By default it will create this test.ng.xml is created for me. I will go for source code. Okay, now this is created for me, so I am not going to do anything. Now I will try to run as a test.ng. It will give the option. No, it is not giving. Okay, I didn't created the main test now, so that is why it is not giving the option to run. So I will create here at the red test. And I need to create one more method. So public void, and this method name I am going to calculator. Test method name I am going to give this method and I will hit enter. Okay, that is okay. Just I will right click on this and first I need to import this one. So I will import this one. Okay, so I just added main class that at the red test. So now it is giving the option to run as a test.ng. So let me check for this code whether it is working or not. So now it is telling like that you are running test.ng version 7.4.0. And if I am going to my emulator, okay, it is back from there and it is launched that calculator. So now it is working for me. It's done for launching of calculator. So now I will go to my calculator object repo class. Calculator object repo class. Here now I am going to create. I am going to perform the add operation. So for performing the add operation, I want some web image. So just I want two number to input from that file. So for that, I just first I am going to create one constructor here. So I will create the constructor as public. Sorry, that is not in this manner. So but I will create public. And here I will create the constructor for another calculator, and that test calculator appears. So test calculator, and inside this I am going to use APM driver, and the type of this APM driver will be mobile element. And here I will pass the driver, and I want that page factory because I want to initialize those elements. So here I will take the object of page factory. So for that page factory dot int elements method is there, and then web driver. So I want this time APM field decorators also. So I will click for this, and here I will pass that new APM field So decorator, and inside this I am going to pass the driver instance. So that driver instance is driver. Okay, and in this I am going to pass this because I am working with this driver only. It will point the current class driver. Now I am going to import this one. This one also, okay, that is what I will import this one. Okay. Oh, public P is capital, so it is the. Now I am just going to change to constructor. Here I will test as the mobile element. Okay, I am creating constructor. That time I am giving the name for that different class. That is why it is creating error. Okay, thank. Now I am going to take the number input. So for that I want first one annotation, that is @ Android or by, sorry, @ Android find by is there, and find by, and inside this I will provide ID basis I want to search. So I will take ID equal, and here I will provide my ID for the first element. So you can take ID, XPath, class name, and so many things in there also. There is no restriction, you need to use ID only. So for taking the ID, I will go in my calculator. Here I want to add two numbers. So I will take 7 and 2. So first I will click on 7. Here I will, after clicking the 7, I will give the ID because I want to search that 7 on the basis of their ID. So I will take that path and I will copy here. Now it is it will give the 7 to me. So I will, to use that element, I will create one more, this public and this babe element, because that ID is the babe element for 7, and our name I want to give as the number 1. I will give as number 1, or you can give here test 1. I will give this test 1. And I will import this Android by find by and this babe element also. Okay, same thing I want to repeat for 2 also. So I will copy this line and here I will paste, and I will make this number as 2, test 2, and here I will give the ID for 2. So in APM, if you search for the 2, then it will give the ID for 2. Means that last digit is only changed. So I will replace this 7 with the 2. So it is done for the 2. It will give the 7 value and it will give the 2, means 2 value. So that is done for the 7 and 2. After getting that value, okay, 7, 2 is I am getting. Before that also, because I want to perform the add operation. So if I will go in APM, okay, I will go to normal calculator only. Here I will open my calculator. Here first I want to click on 7. After clicking on 7, I want to perform plus, and after that I want to press on the 2. So I am taking 7 and 2 now. I want plus, this plus symbol. So for that I will go here and I will click on the plus. So I am getting this com.android.id for plus. I will get this ID also. And one more time I will save this ID, and before save also I will hit enter, because after 7 I want this plus symbol. So that is why I am taking after the 7 only. So I will make this as the test add, not test add. I will take as the plus. I will take, and here I will pass the ID for plus symbol. So not Control Z. Okay, here I will take the ID for the plus symbol. So I will take the ID here for plus symbol. I will paste here. Now it will give the 7 plus 2 to me. Now I want to, after click this, okay, I want to equal, means at last after this 9 is there, I want to click on equal, so it will give the 9 as a result. So for that also I want one more element. So I will copy this one. I will paste here and I will take the ID for the equals. Here I will give that equal or you can give as the test result. Here I will take the equal. So for that I will go again in this one and here I will click on the equal. It will give the ID for me, that particular equal symbol. So here I will get, and now here I will paste that path. Now I'm able to get the web element for that. I want to click on that particular two because now only I'm taking the path for those element. I'm not clicking on that element. So if you want to perform, so for that I am just creating method public. White type of method I'm going to create, and that one for the number one. So I will take number one. In here I will pass the number one value. So here test1 dot click method. So it will click number one, which is 7. Now I want to click on the plus add symbol, or I want to click on the plus one by one. I will click all the elements. So for click on the plus symbol, I will create one method plus click. So plus and click. And here I want to click on the plus dot click method. Okay. Again I want to click on the number 2. So for that I will take number 2. Here I will click on the test2 dot click method. And at last I will click on that result. So for that I will create the method equal. Here I will click for the test result dot click method. So separately I am clicking for every number and I am just created this. So now it is done for the all the things which are available. So here by using this I am clicking for 7, this method. I am clicking for plus symbol. Here I am clicking for number 2 and here I am clicking for the test result. So now it is done for this class. I want to call this method onto the this test calculator app. So for that here I will go. Here I will create the object of calculator, this class where my web element are available. So calculator object repo. So I will give as the calculate equal new that object I will need to create. So I will copy only because I will not copy. Here I will pass the driver instance. So driver. Now I will call those methods which are available that class. So calculate dot. First I want to call test1, not test1. I will call number one method because I have number one. Here I am getting those options. So it will give me the number one method is there. It's this one I want. So first I will call that method, then calculate dot plus, not this plus, I have method with that. So plus click method is there. So I will click for this. And then calculate dot. At last one more method is there, number 2. So I will use this method. And at last I want to calculate that object. So calculate dot. I think that method is the equal. So I will call for the this equal method, which is I already created on that class. So now I just declare all the web elements on this class. For me, I just declare all the elements on this class, and I am going to access those elements in my test calculator class. So let me check whether I am getting accepted output or not. So for this, I launch the simulator. I will maximize from there only. Now I will try to run this one. run as. I will open my calculator. Okay, now it is launch calculator. It is click on 7 plus and 2 and plus 9 equal to. Now it is done. So after that also I want to quit from there. So if you want, you can add one more method is there, that is @after test. And so you can create this public void browser. Oh no, you can give that name as a close method only. And here you can close the driver instance. So I'm going to driver dot quit method is there. You can use this one. So after loading that 9, it will directly, so after this, it will directly close this window. No need to close separately. So I will run one more time here. Thus, this is how you can create, and here if you are going for result, it is shown that calculator test app method is passed. So that is how you can create the page object model in APM. If you have any doubt regarding this, you can ping me in comment section. I will give the solution for that. And at last, thank you for watching my video.